before we get started, make sure you subscribe to our channel. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you click on the bell notification so that you get notified of all of our upcoming videos. All right. Welcome to Real Estate Life 360. I'm excited today to bring on Jodie Nichols. Sorry if I put your
Nichols.
last Nichols. Sorry, Jodie Nichols. And she is a new wholesaler and also a member of our Action Takers membership. And I wanted to bring her on because I think her journey to where she is now is exciting, even though she doesn't really smile when she gets a deal.
No, I do. I'm smiling all the way, honey, all the way.
But yeah, why don't you tell me a little bit background about background of how you got started and what you were doing before, or maybe you're still doing it. Just tell us a little background.
Sure. Well, I've been in the lighting business for over 20 years, and I'm a rep, so I do hospitality. So I've always been involved with the wholesale part, and that's kind of what really gravitated me to staying within wholesale, but moving into investments for real estate. That's
Okay.
how I got into the wholesaling part.
And so when do you think is the I guess the official start, I guess, and
Yeah.
what
So
prompted you?
I'll indicate that my initial start is that would be in May of 2019.
All right, so let's go back because
So
I kind
almost
of
a year.
lost you there. So I'm gonna so repeat what you said before.
Yeah, so it was in May of 2019 when I officially launched my own LLC and went full force. So it was a couple months prior, just to getting involved and starting to learn. But you, through Action Takers, really pushed me to get into the LLC and have my own LLC and start my own company as an entrepreneur. Hello, I lost you.
I think we're going in and out.
There you are.
So what I heard, I'm gonna try to keep this session, but I think what I heard was that I think we're kind of going in and out. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Do you
Okay.
want me to repeat it?
Well, what I heard was you started May of 2019, and around this time you started, I guess, you joined our Action Takers membership, part of our community. And then what did you start doing after that?
Well, as far as the wholesaling part, I really started, you know, marketing more and driving for dollars and just trying to really get my first deal, get a contract. I remember, like, how do how do I find that deal? So I went to the town halls and got the Oprah report and their water bill, their taxes. So I started using that as some of my marketing. And then I also used driving for dollars. So when I got my first deal under contract, it was actually driving for dollars. So that's how I found my first deal.
Just driving for dollars, right? So
Yep.
from when you started and when you got that contract, when was that? And I think if I recall, you were the one that you went back to this
Yeah.
owner.
So I got it in July of 2019, one under contract. And I had it for a certain price. That price it didn't work out. So I let that one go, kept moving on. I hadn't found anything in between. I was still doing some contracts but nothing was actually going through. They agreed to the amount, and that was from July to October. So October is when we actually went through the whole process and closed,
Okay.
October 31st.
Okay. So you're talking about May to October. Uh, your I guess signal is not too good, or so we're kind of going in and out. But I'm trying to reiterate some of the things that you're saying, so that way. Um, so from May, so October is when you officially got it on the contract, right?
Yes, when the second time I got it and it actually went through. So it closed within 30 days.
Within 30
From
days.
October 1st is when I got it under contract. Yes, within 30 days.
And I
That was the
remember, and I
initial. Yep.
and I
So,
remember, I remember you emailing me a copy of the check that you got out of
yeah,
at the
I was like,
closing.
yes, I did. It happened. It was real.
uh, and so
So,
how did that? What? So tell me like as when you're going through this thing, did you have any hesitation or
um,
any like uncertainty, doubt?
with the wholesale, I mean, yeah, there's always that in your head. You're just wondering what's going to happen next. Because this is all brand new.
Right.
I mean, and every single every single deal you have is different. There's not one that's the same. So it's never really a smooth transaction. You learn as you go, and it's very important to have a support group behind you. I feel that, having the action takers is definitely, and then ask you a question, or I can email you. So it's very important that you have that for
Right.
sure.
Okay. Um, and then, so tell me about this. You called me or you emailed me. No, actually, you called me last week and you said you had, and the way you make it sound, you're so nonchalant about it. Like, I think I have another deal. I got a $30,000 spread. I'm like, okay, but you don't sound excited.
Well, I'll get excited once I get that check, right? That's when you get really excited. But so you want me to talk about that deal, or do you want me
No,
to
you
finish
could
telling
just,
you about this first deal? Because I then sold it to
oh,
an
yeah,
investor.
right, right.
Yeah, so this first contract wholesale deal, I sold it to the investor, and I still kept in touch with the investor just to see how the process was going, because it's my first one, and I want to follow along. So he had told me that he was having some financial difficulty and needed to get out of this particular house. I said, well, let me help you. And I then re-wholesaled it.
Nice. So you were able to rehost to get I guess to another wholesale on that deal.
Yes. And
Okay.
that one he needed to get out like ASAP. And I was having trouble finding a buyer for it. So I reached out to somebody who then found me a buyer at that. So it's
Okay.
good to, have other people, other wholesalers that will help you, because they might know somebody that has, that wants the property. And
Gotcha.
that's
So it was
exactly what happened.
so you worked together with some other wholesalers or other
Yes.
okay, nice, nice. And so and this current deal, so excuse my I was incorrect. This is your third deal so far. So
So,
within about a year, so this is your hopefully your third deal. I don't want to jinx the deal.
right. Yeah. We should talk about it after.
Yes, we should talk about it afterward. But the what I wanted to talk about is what are some
Yeah.
of the,
So that one, I found it though. Can you repeat that? You kind of cut out there.
okay, my I guess what I was trying to ask you is as somebody new in this in this business, what what are some of the, I guess, what are some of the tips or, recommendations would you say to somebody that is looking at this business?
I would definitely, like I said, I would get somebody that knows what they're doing and that has done wholesaling and follow every step that they do. There's no reason to reinvent the wheel. My number one advice to anyone starting out. So with that, and then it's constant follow up. And it's, there's so many different marketing advertisements you can do. You indicated, to stick to one and just really do that. I agree with that, but I feel like you kind of got to do it all in order for it to work.
Yeah, you got to do
Because,
all of them to understand, like, I guess, to find which one you're good at,
yeah, because I mean, you might not get your second deal from that same way. You might get from another way, and the second way was actually a friend of a friend. It's all about people that and
Hmm.
tell as many people what you do, so that they understand, oh, you know what, my cousin has somebody that is looking to sell their house, or it's, that's another way. But it's
Hmm.
important that you let people know that you're an investor and you buy houses. That's what you need to tell people, is that you're an investor, not that you're a wholesaler, that you're an investor.
Because
Because they
most
don't
people,
need to know what wholesaling is.
yeah, I mean, I think most people, they don't understand what a wholesaler is, and when it comes in the real estate space, and it's hard to explain it to them.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of the whole way of wholesaling. It's like you're acting as a realtor in a sense, and for instance, like, but this is where it comes into where I think it might be confusing for some people. Like, the homeowner gets it, you get it under contract with the homeowner, and then you go and assign that contract to the investor, the end buyer. Well, the seller doesn't really know what you're making unless you're clear with them in the beginning. And I think that, uh, from what I've been learning from my mentors, they indicate that you need to be clear. You need to let people know that you will be assigning this.
Right.
But
I
I'm kind of like in this position where if you have a big spread, you might be able to buy it yourself, close it, and then so you're closing from A to B, and then you go and close from B to C, and that's a
well,
double close.
well, I mean, there's you can, there's discussions about, what is legal and what is not. My stance on that is that every contract that you have or that you're making an offer on, if you have the intention to purchase it and follow through on that purchase and have the ability to purchase and close on that, and you have equity interest in that property,
Hmm.
then it's not an issue. I think, and that's just pure and simple. And so that's why, on any property, you have equitable interest, you can assign it, you can do a double close, but if you have the ability to close, that's the main thing. If you don't have the ability to close and you're not going to close and you're just looking for it, then you're acting in the capacity of potentially a agent, and that's where the issue might come in. So, but anyway,
Okay.
so um, let's so where do you see your business going now? You know, and are you still doing this full time, or are you still in the lighting business, or?
So full time, I pretty much say that I have two full-time jobs because wholesaling is full time.
Yeah, right.
And it's not like you could try to do it on the side, but it's a big commitment.
Hmm.
And when you're working by yourself, you've got to do everything. So, you got to get the house under contract. You got to find the deal. You got to get the house under contract. You got to find the buyer. Then you got to make sure that your attorneys and the title company, you're making everything flow. So that's a full-time job. Until I can delegate that role. About that. You there?
Yeah.
Hello? Oh,
Yeah.
there you are. So, yeah, I mean, it's a full-time job. Where do I see myself going? I'm continuing to move forward. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy making that extra, the big fat checks. That's what I like. And they just keep getting bigger and bigger. So I get excited about that.
Nice.
It's that's exciting for me. So I have great potential, and like I said, I'm just moving forward.
All right, nice. So I guess well, let's we can wrap it up. Is there anything else that you want to say to as any last minute last words of wisdom to our community before we end this call?
Just stick to it, and and have that mentor, and don't give up. And it's I mean, I know it sounds kind of lame, but I mean it's
Did you ever think about quitting?
no, quitting is not an option.
Okay,
No.
awesome. Yep. No, I
But
mean,
actually, I probably have for a quick second, but it's you can't ever quit. You just keep on moving forward. So I mean, if you want to quit, then you're done. But
yeah, that
it's
you
it's
done.
exciting to know that there's a future for this, and I'm excited for it. It's
All right,
the
nice.
unknown.
All right, so after every interview, I always do a social, let's get social, and so basically get to know the people that I'm interviewing, and so that the community gets to know you a little bit more. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. All right. So first one is your favorite social platform.
I like LinkedIn
Okay, LinkedIn.
and
All right.
Instagram.
LinkedIn and Instagram. Yeah, I like that as yeah. If the only problem is that with when we do live cast, you can't do well, technically you could do Instagram, but and then LinkedIn you can't either. So I take these videos and I upload it to those platforms. But all right, so your favorite TV or Netflix show?
I listen to podcasts all the time. I don't really. I watch YouTube videos. I don't really watch television much.
All right, so then on that note, favorite podcast or YouTube channel or
Oh, the
personality?
bigger, yeah, bigger pockets for sure.
Bigger
Bigger
pocket.
pockets, yes. And
Nice.
I think it's the Money Guys. I listen to them a lot.
Okay, cool, cool. Um, hopefully I don't know. I may or may not do a start a podcast, but we'll see. I got so much on my plate. I don't want to overdo myself. Uh, fair,
According to Gary V, everybody should have a podcast.
yeah, well, he's got a staff, but yeah, no, he does. I mean, one of the things that I was watching Gary Vee yesterday night, and he did say everybody should be doing podcasts,
Hmm.
and be on LinkedIn, and TikTok. So, so favorite movie.
Oh God, favorite movie. I don't know. I really like the Italian Job.
That's a good movie. I like that. I like that. That was a good movie. Coffee, tea, or water.
uh, all three different times a year.
Good
Different
answer.
water, but water you gotta have every day, all day long. So
That's true.
that's important.
iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
Favorite
Never
ice
tried
cream.
the Android.
I actually tried it once and I don't like it at all. So I
Okay.
like iPhones. Favorite ice cream flavor.
Oh, marshmallow chocolate. Moose tracks.
I never heard of that one. Nice.
Are you serious? Oh my god, you gotta go try that. It's got Reese's peanut butter cups in it.
Oh, really? Okay.
So good.
I'll have to. I'll have to give it to my kids and let them try it out.
Yeah.
All right. No. One of the top three bucket list things that you want to do.
Mm. I'd like to go the I'd like to go to the pyramids and check them out.
Nice. Nice. All right. If you were an animal, what would you be?
Oh god. I'd probably be a monkey
Oh, why a monkey?
because I'm all over the place.
I like that. Well, Jody, you're not all over the place. You are focused. You got a deal, and seriously, you know, uh, I, even though I enjoy hearing you when you get a deal, you got to be more enthusiastic. All right.
Okay, all right. I'll get there.
All right. Well, thank you for
Maybe I
get.
should call you every time I get a contract written up.
I'm more excited that you got a deal. I'm like, when I got off the
Yeah.
phone when I got off the phone when you called, I'm like, was that Jody? She didn't sound so excited that she got a contract. But
Yep, that's when I
congratulations.
get excited.
Thank you for taking time. And any last words before we go?
No, no, just thank you guys and make sure that you all join Paul's Action Takers. It's a great group and we just need more people to be there.
Yeah, I mean, I
So
haven't actively advertised it, but I will. I'm gonna start doing that more, and in the show notes below, I'm gonna put some more information on it. And I think one person did sign up yesterday, so just without, I didn't even advertise it, I think, and somebody just showed up.
oh
But
that's cool. How'd they
yeah.
show up?
Well, I don't know. They found the link somewhere, and I must have put a link somewhere on possibly one of the emails that I sent out, and the guy signed up,
Oh,
and
okay.
so hopefully he'll show up on our coaching calls. But thank you again,
Oh good.
Jody.
Great.
And
Well,
then
thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
all right, have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.